Good morning. Quick sound check before we roll. Very well. Thank you. Okay, here we go. 411.50 is going to be our pivot for now. Okay. They don't have to test it right out of the gate, but that's our pivot for now. They're only 30 cents away. It's not a big deal. 410.80 to 410.20 is a bounce back in the other direction zone. You have a safety net of 410. If they're killing the tape and they want to spike 410, 409.45 is your next number. So you can expand the range to 410.80 to 409.45. I like below 410.80, but that's the top of the range, right? So that's really it. Buy the dip. I'm not so sure you want to sell a rip if they get to 411.50. It's a coin toss because they're so close. And they don't have to come down. I would like them to come down to get a long trade. But that's the setup. That's where we are. They get above 411.50. You've got all that space in between that price, the pivot, and the gap, which technically is 412.79, and we can call it the other side of that candle, which I like the end of the white space as an alternative number, is 412.56. So that would become a little tiny zone in there. Become a target if they started pushing up. Don't know, Ref. That is on my mind. We have CPI and PPI come in the next 2 days. A little bit of kabuki theater with that stuff. You have two things on the board. You have that stuff, which is really three things. And then you also have this fake meeting that's happening between the president and the speaker of the house and the other side. And, it's a dog and pony show. They're not going to come to an agreement today. There's no question about it. Does the market care right now? Yeah, I think the market's looking at that because things do happen if they do have a stalemate and shut down the government for a while. That will impact the markets to an extent. Not everywhere. In fact, sometimes the market likes it. Could impact the bond market, all kinds of stuff. So that's where we are. Yeah, we do know who the show pony is. Couple of minutes to post time. There's not much else going on in the markets. We got some stocks on the move, and I've got them loaded up in terms of the trend lines already. And if one's getting close or two's getting close, Jordan will pipe it in. We've got Skyworks, PayPal, Wayfair, and Temper, whatever that is, TPX. What is that now? Tupperware, Tempur-Pedic, what the hell is that? Tempur Sealy. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Doesn't really matter. It's just 3 letters and numbers, or 4 letters and numbers, either way. They could do the bounce around thing too. So they could bounce off 410.80, come back a little bit, go down to 410.20, somewhere in between, little short of it, little long of it. They could do anything in here. And we'll see what kind of tape we have, how it opens. Get this down to a different time frame here. All right, coming down the wire. They're about to open the gate in a few seconds. It's post time, and they're off. Patience, alter ego stuff. We wait for the market to give us what we want. We don't take what we don't want. I'm looking for 410.80 or lower, down to 410.20 for a bounce back in the other direction, scalp with potential. Can they get back to the pivot? Sure. We'll see what happens if it happens. Everything's a give or take, and this is the top of the zone. So if you're a one-trick pony, like a 1ES contract type of situation, theoretically, you want to wait for a lower price because you're taking more risk on by having one entry at the top of the zone, because your emotions will play games with you if they come down toward the bottom of the zone.
PayPal came up just a bit short of the first number.
All right, I'm going to stay on the spiders here for a second. Whoop. 82. 82, how do you do? Doesn't mean they won't hit it, doesn't mean they won't come down to 410.20. Just saying 82. And there it is. On the bid. 410.80 low. They're hanging here for a while. It's okay. What happened to PayPal? Okay. Did they bounce away from the first one? Okay, so here they come into the zone. That's a little better. It's a better test. Remember, they can give you a scalp off this number, come back down, give you a scalp off a halfway in between, come back down, all that stuff. It's very similar to yesterday right now. High of day, just because it's the high of day, even though it's 4 or 5 minutes in, will still be some overhead resistance just because it's just normal stuff. 411.18. Scalp portion, you're looking for, just because it's still opening, you're looking for 4 or 5 points. Maybe they'll give you more, maybe they'll give you the pivot now, but you're looking for 4 or 5 points on this if you're in already. But you have to be still willing that if they come down lower, the trade is just getting started. They may give it to you first and come back down, or they may just come back down. Either way, it shouldn't matter because you have that understanding. You'll take whatever they give you. The trade was beginning, and if they give it to you right away, you take it. 4 points is up to 410.20, give or take, right? So it's not great. It's not a lot. It's just because they might give it to you. That's all. Anybody in PayPal? Okay. I'll keep it up on the board. Nice. Okay. Quiet opening so far. Doesn't mean anything. It's just what it is right now. Most everything has relative weakness against the spiders of note right now. Again, 7 minutes in. Doesn't mean too much. It's just how they opened. I'm sure we had some traders take 3 points or whatever they gave you, even 2 points, whatever it was. I think it was only 2 points. But either way, I know we have a variety of different traders in here. Some will be happy with that and they'll just do it again and again. And that's okay. It's something for everybody. If you have the numbers, you can design what you like around the numbers, what's comfortable for you in terms of trading. Remember, we exercise patience, right? So if you were thinking of taking something off and you didn't, and they're right back to the same place, you remember that this was the top of the zone. There's nothing wrong with them testing deeper into the zone. It's how the market works. We never know which number they're going to actually find, support enough to give you that nice trade out of it. But we know that we've got a list of them. So these are the 2 numbers close by, and they can come anywhere in between. They don't have to hit the 410.20, but they can hit the 410.20. Just watching. Patience. We wait. You can see the importance of 410.80. They're fighting it. Bull bear battle. Let me show you something in PayPal. See this whole area down here on the left? Market made a bottom, retraced, and then took off. They're retesting the area from which they broke out from. That's the trade today. Just so you know. Nothing ever changes. That's one of the trades. You'll find those almost every day if you look hard enough on the chart. Okay, getting a little better push. So they've given you 3 points. That's a trader's choice. I'm looking for more. There you go. That's better. Okay. The pivot would be another exit. It's overhead resistance. They can or might not get through. We don't know. We don't know, but it's overhead resistance for sure. About the spiders. So they come up short. We know we exit in front. I didn't say it, but I always say it every day. We exit in front. The high is 44 against 50. Let me hear about traders that took the spiders long at 410.80 or ES or MES or options or whatever you did. I want to hear about it. Yep, 10 points to start the day. Yes, yes, yes. Out already. Great trade. I mean, the names are the same suspects every day. That's great. Great job. Nice. That's all. That's it. That's the first trade. That's the official first morning trade. That's the juicy trade. We don't know how juicy it'll get, but that's the one that we look for every single day.